Welcome, students, family, friends, faculty, administrators, and board members. Much like the eve of many of life's milestone moments, there is a buzz of excitement in the air tonight as we celebrate this commencement eve. Seniors, this is your final sprint. Shortly, you will be high school graduates, and your home beside the shore will become part of your past and not your present. The values and lessons you have all learned at the Knox School will stay with you though. And I hope that you will put all of your knowledge to good use as you move on to the next important milestone in your lives. Tonight is a night to celebrate what a Knox experience is all about. These ceremonies are long-standing traditions at the Knox School, and the awards given tonight recognize students who have achieved not only academically, but those who show great character. These are permanent awards, and your name, your memory will live on for years to come, engraved on these trophies. When you return as an alumnus or alumna, and you see your name engraved on one of our permanent awards, you will be reminded of the journey you took at your home beside the shore and your many accomplishments while part of our great community. Our long-standing traditions are an important part of the Knox School's past, present, and future. They add to our rich history and also connect our alums from the past with all of you in the present. While our alums went to school during different time periods, the one common thread that holds the generation of Knox graduates together are the traditions. Everyone has gone through the rehearsals and experienced the ceremonies. Seniors, when you move on tomorrow, these experiences will leave you with fond memories of your home beside the shore. The traditions that we partake in are as much a value to your journey as your core academic classes. They teach us the meaning of everyone having a common goal and working together to accomplish something important. Students, dream about the awards that you hope to achieve in the future, and seniors, enjoy your final eve of high school. Tonight, our seniors will be full of pride, and because you cannot be here with me, I will ring the bell for you as a final victory at Knox, the completion of your high school career. I would like everyone to take the time to reflect on their experience at Knox over the last school year or years, and to be reminded of the lessons learned and the personal achievements. All of you have been part of an extraordinary experience, and you should be thankful for your parents for affording you a Knox education. Semper ad lucem. Assistant Head of School Virginia Riccardi will now announce the honor cords.
Tonight, we will be announcing those seniors who have shown eminence in their hard work throughout their high school years as honor cord recipients. Seniors, your cords have been mailed to you. Keep them as symbols of your dedication and success and memories of your formative years at your home beside the shore. The first distinction cord is the Service Learning Cord, and it's given to those seniors who have demonstrated ultimate dedication to serving and helping the community. In order to be eligible for this green cord, the senior must have exceeded the 15-hour requirement of service learning for the years the student has attended the Knox School. This year's recipients of the Green Cord of Service are Emily Ahmed, Aitana Malo Corral, Brandon Prasad, Max Sherman, Joyce Yan, and Helen Young. The Academic Honors with Distinction Cord is given to those seniors who have demonstrated academic excellence. In order to be eligible for the Gold Academic Honors Distinction Cord, the senior must have an overall GPA of 90 or above, must have taken 4 AP classes in their high school careers, and must be enrolled in 2 AP classes as a senior. The following students are receiving gold cords for honors with distinction: Emily Ahmed, Aitana Malo Corral, Danilo Doblovic, Matea Markovic, Alejandro Lopez Ortega, Dennis Askan, Brandon Persad, Max Sherman, Quinn Traffis, Joyce Yan, and Helen Young. The second highest chord presented is the red and white salutatorian chord, which is awarded to the senior with the second highest overall GPA. The Knox School salutatorian for the class of 2020 is Brandon Persad. The highest chord presented is the red, white, and black valedictorian chord, which is awarded to the senior with the highest overall GPA. The Knox School valedictorian for the class of 2020 is Matea Markovic. And finally, senior members of the Semper Ad Lucem chapter of the National Honor Society will receive the National Honor Society stole. Emily Ahmed, Aitana Malo Corral, Xavier Lugo, Matea Markovic, Thomas Murphy, Brandon Persad, Cytheria Shen, Joyce Yan, and Helen Young. Congratulations to everyone. We will now move into the presentation of our academic and character awards. And our head of school, Mrs. Talona Baker, will join me in honoring our award recipients. The Congressional Merit Award. The United States Congress recognizes the top 2 graduating seniors from high schools across the nation for academic excellence and outstanding citizenship. This year, Congressman Lee Zeldin's office has presented Congressional Merit Awards to our valedictorian, Matea Markovic, and our salutatorian, Brandon Persad. Senator Zeldin sends his sincerest congratulations and wishes you the best on your future journeys. The next award is the Attorney General's CCC Award. This award is given by Attorney General Barbara Underwood and recognizes a member or members of the student body who have demonstrated a commitment to bettering themselves, to strength of character, and to remarkable courage. This year's winners of the CCC Award are Tariq Akanmu and Leah Anderson. The New York State Comptroller's Student Achievement Award recognizes students across New York State who have demonstrated academic success and civic commitment by volunteering their time to serve the school community. Comptroller Thomas DiNapoli sends his sincere congratulations and best wishes to the graduating class of 2020 and to this year's winner of the New York State Comptroller's Award, who is Trevor Hubbard. We will now move on to our departmental awards. One of the things that we stress in our Knox curriculum, as you all know, is writing. And our first 2 academic awards given by the English department recognize those students who have excelled in both prose and creative writing. First is the English Cup. It's given by Marilyn Miller, class of 1941, and it was first awarded in 1942. The English Cup is given to the student who has shown outstanding ability in prose writing. This year's recipient of the English Cup is William Didino. The next award from our English department for writing is the Scribblers Award. This is presented to the school by Olive Lincoln. She was in the class of 1924, and it's to recognize the best creative writing of the year. This year's recipient of the Scribblers Award is Christina Giaquinto. We will now move on to the presentation of the Math Award, which is the John Ruggiero Award for Excellence in Math. It was first presented by the Ruggiero family in honor of John Ruggiero, a member of the class of 1994. Each year since 1995, it's been presented to the upper school student who has demonstrated excellence in math. This year, the winner of the John Ruggiero Prize is Lin Nguyen. We will now present the Science Award. The David B. Stevens Science Award is given to the Outstanding Science Student of the Year, and this year's winner is Quinn Traffis. We'll now move into our History Awards. The George K. Allison American History Bowl was donated by the 2011-2012 Knox Student Council. It is presented yearly to the outstanding student of American history. This year, the winner is Alex Harris. Our World Language Awards recognize those students who excel in languages. The Spanish Award is given to the student who has demonstrated the greatest proficiency in the study of Spanish. The recipient of the Spanish Award in 2020 is Andre Gobovic. The French Award is given to the student who has demonstrated the greatest proficiency in the study of French. This year's recipient is William Dadino. And the Chinese Award is given to the student who has demonstrated the greatest proficiency in the study of the Chinese language. This year's recipient is Alex Harris. The English as a New Language Award is given to the student who has demonstrated the greatest proficiency in the study of English as a new language. The winner of the ENL Award in 2020 is Zijin Simon Zhu. For Visual and Performing Arts, the Edith Rosalie Landsberg Cup was first given in 1923. It is presented each year to the student demonstrating outstanding improvement in visual arts. This year's winner of the Edith Rosalie Landsberg Cup is Harris Karamananga. The Joel K. Erickson Award for Excellence in Painting was introduced in 1996. The award was donated by the faculty and staff of the Knox School in memory of the brother of Clifford K. Erickson, headmaster of Knox from 1971 until 2000. This award is given each year to the student who has demonstrated artistic excellence and who shows promise of future success in the field of visual arts. This year's winner is Emma Lang. The Photography Prize is given for consistently new and outstanding work in photography. The Photography Prize is presented to Bella Perlman. The Laura Winkworth Award, which began in 1927, is presented to the student who has shown outstanding improvement in singing. This year's honoree is Christina Giaquinto. The Choral Music Award is given for outstanding musicianship and dedication to choral music at Knox. This year's honoree is Tori Bove. And finally, the Theater Award is given to the upper school theater student who has shown a positive, engaged commitment to theater study, both in class and in Knox productions. This year's honoree is Matea Markovic. The Jane Bagley Award is given for best performance in a play. This year, the 2020 Jane Bagley Award goes to Vasia Tassiopoulos. The Terry Rose Richard III Award is given for outstanding contribution to technical theater at Knox. The award this year goes to Trevor Hubbard. And our last Performing Arts Award is the Oberon Award. This award recognizes outstanding potential in the performing arts. This year, the Oberon Award goes to Isabella Halpin. We will now move into our character awards. The Knox School Parents Association Community Service Award is presented annually to the upper school student who, by example and commitment, has served the community beyond Knox by performing meaningful service that aids and uplifts those in need, and by such activity truly embodies the ideal of service to others. This year, our Parents Association is graciously awarding the scholarships to 2 deserving students, and they are Michael Kreitzman and Tommy Barry. The Kelsey Leonard Model United Nations Award is given for dedication and service to the Knox School Model UN Club and its activities. In 2020, this award was earned by Leah Anderson. The Maria and Anthony Herman Award has been around for more than 60 years, and it is a cup presented by the sister of Mrs. Louise Houghton, and it was given annually to recognize the class with the highest academic scholarship. In 1988, this cup had no more space for engraving, and a new trophy was presented by 2 of Knox's finest school leaders, Maria Herman de Lesseps, class of 1981, and Anthony Herman, class of 1987. In 2020, the award goes to the senior class with an overall average of 90. The red and white Scholastic Bowl goes to the team with the highest overall academic average. It was first awarded to the Rose team, later named the Red team, in 1923. Since then, the Red team has won 45 times and the White team has won 48 times. This year's winner, with an overall average of 88.76, once again is the White team. Congratulations. The Nancy Morehouse Stevens Cup was presented to Knox in 1948 and is given yearly to the junior who has displayed sportsmanship qualities such as cooperation, conscientiousness, friendliness, and thoughtfulness. In 2020, the recipient of this award is Dennis Cotticelli. The Davison Tray, presented by Catherine Davison in 1976, is given to that student who has exhibited outstanding growth through the efforts of the Knox School in conjunction with his or her own personal efforts. This year, the Davison Tray has been earned by Thomas Barry. The Kyrie Gannett McAdam Character Award was first presented in 1969 to the junior showing the most growth in junior year and promise of success as a senior. This year's recipient is Trevor Hubbard. The Poise Cup is the smallest trophy in size, but it's also the most historical. Beginning in 1917, the Poise Cup was presented to Knox by Mrs. Castleman, whose daughter, Mayo, was the first recipient. The cup recognizes a student embodying graciousness and dignity of character. This year, the Poise Cup is presented to Vasia Tassiopoulos. The Courtesy Cup was originated by Rosetta S. Wardell, class of 1931, who felt that good manners are not idle, but the fruit of a loyal nature and a noble spirit. In 2020, the Courtesy Cup is presented to Lainey Link. The Loyalty Cup. In 1928, Elsie Fulmer established this award to recognize and honor a student fiercely loyal to his or her school, who would not stand for anyone griping about Knox. This student was described as having miraculous energy, being well organized, having a sense of humor, and dependability. This year, the Loyalty Cup goes to Amy Marie Hughes. The Kaylee Kramer Kindness Cup is named after Kaylee Kramer of the class of 2008, who lost her life in a tragic accident less than a year after her graduation from Knox. An avid horsewoman, student council president, and valedictorian of her class, Kaylee was guided by the Native American proverb, "Be kind to everything that lives." The award is given yearly to that student who lives as Kaylee did, showing kindness to all living things, people, animals, and the environment. The recipient of the Kaylee Kramer Kindness Cup is Jacqueline O'Derry. The Maria Elena Arosamena Cup began in 1970 and is given to the international student who has gained the greatest command and understanding of English. In 1962, Maria Elena came to Knox as a freshman from Panama and was elected student council president for her senior year. This year's winner is Jenny Young. The Perseverance Award was given to the school by Margaret Jones, class of 1927, and she was from Cleveland, Ohio. Margaret was constantly striving to do her best, and this award is given to the student who sets a goal and attains it. In 2020, the recipient of the Perseverance in General Award is Aitana Malo Corral. The Romana Mastrolilli Cup was first presented in 1977 by Mr. and Mrs. Vincenzo Mastrolilli in memory of their daughter, Romana, sister of Belinda, class of 1977, and Vanna, class of 1982. It's awarded yearly to the student who has overcome any kind of challenge through his or her own personal effort. In 2020, the Romana Mastrolilli Cup goes to Gina Vivolo. The Benjamin Bowl was presented to the school in 1928 by Mr. William Benjamin, who had 5 daughters who attended Knox. The bowl is awarded yearly to the student who has contributed to athletics generally and who is sound academically. This year, the Benjamin Bowl goes to Emily Ahmed. The Teeter Tears Bowl was given by Alice Teeter Welsh Tears, class of 1937. She was an outstanding Knox student, and the bowl was given in her memory with the following inscription: "A loving spirit shown to one and all in word and deed, a friend that is true." In 2020, the Teeter Tears Bowl goes to Vasia Tassiopoulos. The Delight Millam Cup was presented to the school by Delight Millam in 1934 and is awarded yearly to the student who has shown the best ideals of the school, namely sincerity, truthfulness, courtesy, good scholarship, and generosity of self. This year's winner is Helen Young. The Bancroft Finney Award was presented by Mr. and Mrs. William J. Gordon for scholarship and character. Awarded first in 1966 to the student with the highest average, this year's winner in 2020, with a grade point average of 99.75, is Mia Sun. Congratulations to all of our award winners. You should be proud of your hard work and the legacy you will leave behind when you graduate and move on from your home beside the shore. Academic Representative Mati Ma will conclude our awards with a poem fitting for this occasion.
It Couldn't Be Done by Edgar Albert Guest. Somebody said that it couldn't be done, but he, with a chuckle, replied that maybe it couldn't, but he would be one who wouldn't say so till he tried. So he buckled right in with a trace of grin on his face. If he worried, he hated. He started to sing as he tackled the thing that couldn't be done, and he did it. Somebody scoffed, "Oh, you will never do that. At least, no one ever has done it." But he took off his coat and he took off his hat, and the first thing we knew, he'd begun it. With a lift of his chin and a bit of grin, without any doubting or credit. He started to sing as he tackled the thing that couldn't be done, and he did it. There are thousands to tell you it cannot be done. There are thousands to prophesy failure. There are thousands to pin out to you, one by one, the dangers that wait to assail you. But just buckle in with a bitter grin. Just take off your coat and go to it. Just starting to sing as you tackle the thing that cannot be done, and you will do it.
I would like to introduce Majestic Math Athletic Director to present the athletic awards.
Tonight, we will be announcing our Knox School Permanent Athletic Awards, as well as our team awards. These awards are awarded to our student athletes that displayed an all-around effort in competing in the classroom and on their respective teams. For our fall and winter sports season, we competed in equestrian, crew, cross-country, boys varsity soccer, girls volleyball, girls and boys JV basketball, and boys varsity basketball. We will now announce our permanent team awards for these respective sports. Equestrian. Our first award is Middle School Riding Improvement Overall, awarded to the rider who has shown the most improvement overall. And this year's award for 2020 goes to John Pulowski. Our next award is Middle School Riding Leadership Trophy, awarded to the rider who has integrated the core values that make up the Knox School philosophy: respect, responsibility, integrity, courage, kindness, and scholarship, as applicable to the sport of riding. This year's award goes to Ariana Perrant. Our next award, the Upper School Challenge Trophy. This trophy recognizes the individual who faced and overcame a challenge. This year's award goes to Luca Perricone. Our next award, Jumping, a perpetual trophy. This bowl was presented by Colonial Simon Accountant, former faculty member, and is awarded for improvement in jumping fences. This year's award goes to Yvonne Sheep. The Carrie McAdam Novice Horsemanship Cup. This cup is awarded to the rider who has shown the most improvement overall. This year's award for 2020 goes to Chloe Bain. The Snowman Award, presented to Knox by a former riding master, Harry Delilah. This award is presented annually to the student who has done the most for the riding club, whose academic work is good, and who is a good rider, in short, an all-around student. This year's award goes to Arwen Talbot. The Sportsmanship Trophy. This award, presented by Smoke Run Farm, is given yearly to the rider who is not necessarily the most outstanding rider, but is wholeheartedly involved in all aspects of the sport. And this year's award for 2020 goes to Katrina Putney. Equestrian Versatility. This award was presented by Miss Joanne Johnson and Miss Phoebe Phillips, 68, to recognize versatility in equestrian skills, someone who is adept at riding any horse and obtaining good performance from it. This year's award goes to Madeline O'Dary. Our next team being represented is our crew team. We would like to recognize these 6 individual athletes for their talents and their hard work throughout the year. Aaron Bogart for an undefeated winter season and a world record finish. Alejandro Lopez Ortega for an undefeated fall and winter seasons. Alex Yu for an undefeated winter season and 2 world record finishes. Adam Verjavsky for an undefeated fall and winter seasons. Isabella Halpin for 2 world record finishes. Mateja Markovic for an undefeated fall season. Our next team being represented is cross country. Our most valuable player for cross country 2020 is Harry Yang. Our most improved player for 2020 is Giovanni Pugny. Our Coaches Award goes to William Didino. Our boys varsity soccer team is our next team being awarded. High score in soccer, 2019-2020, Dennis Codicelli. Most assists, 2019-2020, Xander Pinto. Most valuable player, 2019-2020, Richard Sheenis. Most improved player, 2019-2020, Adam Yu. Our Coaches Award for 2019-2020 goes to Trevor Hubbard. And last but not least, PSA, the PSA Private School Athletic Association, awarded Xander Pinto with All PSAA Award. Our next team we'd like to recognize is our girls volleyball varsity team. Our MVP goes to our team captains, Cassidy and Aitana Corral. Our most improved player goes to Leah Anderson and Alex Abunza. Our Coaches Award goes to Emily Ahmed. Our next award is our Spirit Award for the unbelievable dedication to our seniors and extra help with the Dig Pink event that Knox put together. Isabella Perlman and Gina Vivolo. Last but not least, the PSA recognized our all-conference selections, which were Cassidy Curtin and Aitana Malo Corral. Our next team being recognized is our girls JV basketball team. Our most valuable player is Aitana Malo Corral. Our most improved player is Joy Adesanya. Our Coaches Award goes to Alex Abunza, and the PSA recognized our all-division selections was Alex Abunza, and our all-PSA selection was Aitana Malo Corral. Our JV basketball is our next team to be recognized. Our most valuable player was Adam Yu. Our most improved player was David Yee. Our Coaches Award was Asher Thomas, and our all-PSA selection was Mohammed Tanji and Michael McQuillan. Our next team being awarded is varsity basketball. Our most valuable player was Joshua Aduje. Our most improved player was Brandon McCreesh. Our Coaches Award went to Aaron Talbert, and our highest point scorer was Joshua Aduje. Our most assists went to Harris Karanamanga. Also, the PSA recognized 3 of our players. All division selection, Jaden DeJesus. All division selection, Brandon McCreesh. And all PSAA, Joshua Aduje. And now, for our general permanent athletic awards. For best cooperation in gym, this award is given to the student who is most helpful and dependable, who knows what has to be done and does so without having to be told, who is willing to give up free time, who is not necessarily an athlete, but is interested in sports and who wants to contribute, even if not selected to play on a competitive team. Our selection for 2020 is Emily Ahmed. Our next award, Perseverance in Athletics. This cup is given to the student each year who is not necessarily an outstanding athlete, but who continues to try, who does not give up, and who is willing to continue even though others may be more talented athletes. This year's award goes to Leah Anderson. Red and White Athletic Award Bowl. This award recognizes the team which earns the greatest number of points during the year. And this year, Red edged White 291 to 289. Red team wins. Our next award is High Point winner. The current award was presented by Mrs. Walter Whitaker, whose daughter, Betty, won it in 1963. It is given to the Athlete of the Year, not necessarily the best athlete, who is a team player, who exhibits good sportsmanship, and has a good attitude, and who presents a consistently good performance. This year's winner goes to Aitana Malo Corral. Last but not least, our T. Allen Manfuso 83 Athlete of the Year Award. Established in 2010, athletes are nominated by head coaches based on their ability to lead, their level of sportsmanship, their exceptional athletic abilities, and their integrity. The Athlete of the Year can be male or female and should participate in 2 or more seasons of athletics. This year's award winner goes to Cassidy Kerr. To all of our coaches of our respective sports teams that continue to make our Knox athletic programs progress, thank you.
I would like to introduce Senior Class President Emily Ahmed, who will announce the senior class gift and give her farewell address to the school.
One thing that we truly remember from our time at Knox is the strolls that we take around the beautiful campus. The hills and giant trees have all been a part of our many photos with each other in our daily lives, especially for those who live on campus. The scenery is definitely something that has lifted our spirits each day and has made Knox different from other schools. When people step onto our campus and see the beautiful views that we students see each day, they experience the difference that Knox makes in the lives of everyone that comes in contact with it. To strangers, it seems like a beautiful campus and the perfect place to have a school. However, our students know the other side of it. The PSA has thankfully gifted our school with the funds needed to pave a stairway from the path leading from the gym to NIPE. To our future students, this is a huge relief. In the winter months, it can be a slight struggle getting up and down those hills. With this new stairway, it can make getting up and down that hill much safer and easier for everyone. In order to completely finish and glorify the stairway, we have decided to donate all the money in the senior class bank account to go towards the completion of the stairway from the gym to NIPE. We are leaving this open to the administrators to decide what they feel is best to make this stairway both beautiful and functional. With the struggles that have been thrown at us, the class of 2020, we thought it would be special to have a stone engraved to commemorate the class of 2020 and show acknowledgement of the abnormal ending we faced in our senior year as a result of this global pandemic. Although we have experienced many challenges during this weird time, we have shown great perseverance to make it to the day that we have all been waiting for, graduation. Class of 2020, this is the end. It truly hasn't been the ending that we have envisioned in our minds from the first day of senior year, but we have to stay positive. Even though we wanted a different ending, we can still be hopeful about the new beginnings that are yet to come. We have all made important decisions in the past few weeks, and that alone should be something that you are all extremely proud of. Going into these new and different experiences, we have a great support system from the relationships that we have formed at Knox. The lessons and life skills that we can take with us from Knox will help us to achieve great things in our college careers and lifetimes. With lots of downtime to reflect on ourselves and family, I challenge you to also reflect on memories that you have made during your years at Knox. Some of us have way more than others, but one thing is for sure. We all have something to look back on at Knox and be grateful for. Take these positive memories and carry them with you every step of the way, and I promise you, you will never feel alone. We might not be together like this again for a while, but that doesn't mean that we don't have strong friendships that will last a lifetime and provide us with the confidence to succeed in our lives. This alone shows the impact that Knox has made on all of us and the family that it has given us. Be grateful for the chance to be a part of something special, and always remember your family at your home beside the shore.
Thank you, Emily. Please join us in singing the alma mater to close our ceremony.